What up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of A Drink and a Game. And I am Andre, aka BK Brawler. I'm your host of this crazy pod in which you guys seem, and I must be used to seeing new faces every fucking week that I'm on here. And of course, this month I said for Women's History Month, I wanted to bring in ladies of the Gamerish Network to join me. And factually, these are the first time I'm meeting these two ladies here tonight, but they knew each other, which I didn't know. So I am gonna introduce first Miss Elise Burks.
Hi.
And I have here also Miss Kristen Nunez or Nunez. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
All right, there we go. And then these two are actually family members, right?
Yeah.
Like they're how would you guys know each other? Let the crowd know because I didn't know this. I just invited these two ladies. They both volunteers to be part of this, and I had no clue they knew each other until we got on camera today. So, how are you guys related?
We're sisters-in-law.
Yeah.
So, and they're both part of the Gamers Network group. Also, is their husbands, which I guess it makes sense why they're always tagging each other in posts now. It kind of makes sense. I guess I didn't put two and two together. I thought maybe they were just friends, and I'm just like, I saw them both comment both of your names when I put out that post out there for who wants to be part of this. And seeing that, it was, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Then you guys volunteering your ladies. I like, maybe I'll get my lady on here one day eventually. But every time I'm doing this, she's trying to keep the kids quiet in the background. So all props to her, But this is a pod where we're all laid back. For those who are listening to this for the first time, laid back pod. We take this like we're in a bar, we're just sitting down, chalking it up, talking shit. And we just happen to be talking about video games, and even though you guys might not be hardcore gamers, it doesn't matter because you've played and you're around a man or kids that play. See, we got a kid making an appearance in the background. Is that your son? What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, minor interference. But anyway, so. One thing, we always start off with what we're drinking right now. Since I'm the outnumbered one, I'll start off with my drink. And this is the first time I'm drinking this thing. Like I'm drinking a IPA called Returning Sun, which the light in my room will not let you guys really see it, but it's called Returning Sun, a blood orange IPA, because I usually get beers imported for me from overseas and around the US because I got tired of drinking Coronas and Presidentes and Buds and things like that. It got so bored because I drink so much that it got boring. Yeah, it's like, and like I always say, I'm like the functional alcoholic. Like I do it all, still work, still able to game, still take care of all these kids that I got three of my own. And I still find time to at least get some drinks in, but after a while I just got tired of drinking the same shit over and over again. And Elise, what are you drinking today?
Malibu, and unfortunately it's mixed with Sunny D.
It's been a while since I drank some Sunny D. It's been a long ass time since I drank some Sunny D. Now that I think about it, and I miss that juice. Now I like the only juice I drink is probably like apple juice in the morning, and then I swear, unless I'm drinking water, I don't drink anything till after 12, where I'm cracking open another fucking beer. That sounds bad, but it's not as bad as it sounds, people. I promise you. Kristen, what do you have for us in your special cup?
My special cup. I have a reggae red. I'm a big reggae wine fan. The red is my favorite, but this week it is a reggae red.
Yes, please show the people your cup.
Oh, my cup.
She has a Starbucks / Witcher cup that I accidentally mistakenly said was House Stark's cup, until I sort of toss a coin to your Witcher. I should get paid advertising right now for bringing that song up, or you should get some paid advertising. I'll let you know if they ever pay us for this episode. And then I'll send you a little something.
Well, we have Elise to thank for the cup because it was my birthday present last year.
Ah, nice.
30, so
and Elise, I saw has the cup as well.
Yes.
Of course, she has it to her side. So the reason I wanted to have you ladies on, of course, like I know you guys said you're not that much deep into games or anything. I know, but Kristen, let's start with you. What was like when you were younger? Did you play games?
Yes, I played with my brother all the time. So Elise's husband is my brother. And so he is the one who kind of introduced me to the gaming
Thank you,
world.
Greg. Shout outs.
Yeah, shout out to Greg. But that's pretty much all we did to
And what
survive our
games did you
childhood.
like playing the most?
Growing up, which game do I like to play the most?
Yeah.
I grew up on Spyro.
Oh, man. That's funny because a
Crash
lot of ladies
Bandicoot.
always bring up Mario Kart first. You know.
Oh no, I was a big fan of Spyro. I was really excited when it came back. I haven't had a chance to buy the remake, but and play it. But it's on the list. It's on the
Me either.
list.
I haven't gotten to play the remake also. I was gonna buy it for my kids because you know what's funny about Spyro when I was younger? Like I bought it and like I got it because like that one of those games to PlayStation that everybody had, like
Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot.
Yep.
You know, so it was just like something I had to play, even though I didn't really like Spyro that much. But I found it a little, I don't know, I guess it was kind of hard. I don't know how Zelda was easy, but Spyro was hard to me for some reason.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to play Ocarina of Time on my DS. I think it's a 3D DS. I cannot beat that game. Like my brother
I'll
loves
level
it.
with you. I once had my cousins come over to beat the game for me so I could finally see the ending. And then because my cousin was so disappointed that I didn't beat it myself, they bought me a strategy guide and they told me start over, use the strategy guide and beat it. And that's how I was able to beat it. Ever since then, I have like all the strategy guides for every Zelda game that comes out because I don't want the frustration. Like,
Yes.
I don't know. At
So
least are you the
frustrating.
same? You don't like playing hard games either? Like, I don't like it. I think Greg and Enrique, they like the tough love. I think we had this conversation once on the Facebook page about the toughness of their game levels. And I'm just like, I'll play everything on easy. I don't care. I play too many games and I don't need the frustration. I just want to play for the story and I want to get on to the next game. Like if you guys could see my room and just see how much video games are laying there and how many are unfinished, it's insane. It's completely insane. But what about you, Elise? What game did you grow up playing, if you were playing as a young age?
So I didn't play much when I was younger. We didn't own video games at all until we got a GameCube and we got Mario Kart. That was the first thing.
Look at that. See, I knew it was a 50-50 chance one of you was on that Mario Kart.
Oh, if I don't say this one, Greg's gonna get mad, but we used to rock out to Jedi Power Battles. We would play that for hours.
You got one up on me. I never played that game.
Oh my gosh, we played every Star Wars game you can imagine, and that was one that we like. That was on like repeat every weekend.
Oh man, I never played that one. So
that's a good one.
Damn, this is the first time someone said a game I haven't played. You know, so you're a first timer. Look at that. Kristen has called out a game I have not played from the past because there's games of today that I haven't touched yet. It's available to me, but I just haven't touched it. But at least
here's one to Greg's.
So when it comes to Mario Kart, were you a front runner? Did you always win?
No, probably not always.
But well, do you think you'll win like 3 out of 4 times?
Maybe 2 out of 4.
All right, that's still good. Because for me, my wife humbled me in how good women could be in Mario Kart, you know, because when we first started dating and I was like, she's like, oh, I play video games. I'm like, what game you play? Mario Kart? She's like, yes. And I'm just like, okay. She's like, why don't you come to my house and I'll beat you? And I'm like, you're going to beat me? Like, you know how many years on games I have on you? You know, and I learned then, well, I learned before that, never underestimate a woman gamer, you know, but she played with the stupid steering wheel. And I'm like, if you play with the steering wheel, you're definitely not going to beat me, you know, but lo and behold, me using a controller and her with the fucking steering wheel, she whooped my ass. And 4 out of 4 times, not 2 out of 4 times. She whooped my ass 4 out of 4 times. And since then, now she hasn't really played the new Mario Karts against me because she feels like I have an advantage. But I don't know why, but you know, she hasn't played them. I'll play more with the kids than I'll play with her. But
just tell her she's got that muscle memory.
Yeah, I told her
I
it's
got
not
it.
as much. I think 'cause she got intimidated by now that all the drifting and stuff that you have to do to get faster, and they had that in the old Mario Karts, but they didn't utilize it as much as they utilize it now.
Yeah.
So like Mario, these games are advancing and stuff. Even though Nintendo, I always talk about is like the slowest ones to advance. They always just like rehashing the past, and they'll because we eat it up. We eat it up. We always will. I'm pretty sure your guys have all these Nintendo games in the house that they probably had on N64 or GameCube and buying it again for the Switch and all that stuff because I buy them and I don't even touch them. It's just my kids playing the damn games. Like I have these remakes and I don't play them at all. So it's like I don't think it's a confession, but it's Nintendo. They irritate me sometimes. So that's that. But at least also what do you play right now? I want to know what your men got you guys into playing. If there's any games you guys play together, just something you guys like doing versus each other. Something you guys play with the kids. What's something you play right now?
So we've kind of fallen off of it lately, and I'm sure that everybody will like agree, but we loved Destiny. The whole family, all the Xboxes in the house going Destiny together. I love Destiny, and I could probably still get on there and like love it, but Greg's tired of it.
I still love Destiny. I can't. I blame Destiny actually for being that game that stops me from continuing a lot of games because it's like a grind with that game. I feel like it's my homework every day when I wake up in the morning because I'm not working right now. So I'm trying to catch up on as much gaming time as I can when my wife's not yelling at me for not watching the kids or something, and I'm just like, okay, kids, get in the room. Here's your Switch. Daddy needs to finish this right now, but yeah, Destiny is like it's my crack, I should say, for lack of a better term. That's just my crack game right now. What about you, Kristen? What's something you guys are playing?
So right now, as a family, I guess. So I still have really little ones. Like she'll be 4 this year, and Gabriel will be 2. So I'm kind of introducing Ella to Animal Crossing on my DS, but she just like wants to play, and I'm like, you don't understand how to play. So
my kids run around. All they do is just run around and knock on people's doors.
Yep. Bug people, dig lots of holes.
They destroyed my island. I have no island. I have no reason to go back to that game now.
But yes, I just started that one with her this weekend. But we also have a 13-year-old, and with her, we play a lot of Halo. We play Injustice, take turns on Mortal Kombat. We haven't gotten Maddie into Destiny yet. I'm like, I think the last game I bought was Taken King, so I'm a little bit behind on my Destiny game.
So I want to know, because you sound like you're into these first-person shooters too. So I'm just like, my wife has a hard time, ladies, using those double sticks right now. Like the aiming,
it's a learning curve. It's hard.
I tried to get her into Halo when we first started dating. And that was the first game I put her on. And I'm just like, we're going to beat these Halo games. By the end of Halo 1, she was tired of me. She was like, I don't want to do this because like it went to a point in which I'm running ahead. Cause when the one person runs ahead, they get teleported to that person. And so I just kept, I was just like, you know what? Let them chase you when you run into the flood. When you in that flood levels, I'm just like, let the flood kill her, and I'm just gonna run ahead and let them take care of her, and then she'll be teleported to me eventually. And she's like, why are you leaving me to die? I'm like, I'm leaving you as a sacrificial lamb so we can make it through this level.
Okay, we all know that is the secret to beating those flood levels is to just haul ass onto the forward, just run. That is the only way to survive.
Feels so good. The shotgun feels so good to use,
and running really fast.
It's good to know. How's your daughter doing with that though? Playing some Halo.
She's doing really well. She's actually doing really well. She definitely gets a little frustrated just because like Enrique and I have years of playing Halo on her, but she's actually taking to it really well. She really likes it. So
yeah. My oldest is 12. He turns 13 in September. But like he's fighting game in Fortnite. He was
Uh,
fighting, and then the Fortnite craze has like my son has his own debit card, and every time I get an alert, he spent money on V Bucks, V Bucks, V Bucks, V Bucks. And I'm just like, man, like you make me afraid to even give you $50 this weekend because by the end of the weekend, all your money is going into. But I'm trying to teach him how to save. So I'm like, when the next month comes and he has no money for V Bucks, I'm like, don't come to me. You should have saved your money. That's why you have that card, you know. So I'm trying to teach him about money now. And I guess video games are like the initiative for him because I say, hey, you want to save up for some sneakers? Maybe he's like, you're gonna buy me sneakers whether or not I want them or not. So, and I guess he made a good point right there because I'm not gonna let my kids go outside with busted sneakers and stuff. So he got me there. So it's just like, what else is he gonna spend his money on than I guess his freaking Fortnite and Naruto? You know, because I got my son into anime at a real early age. Like, yeah. Oh, you're into anime too? What about you, Elise? Do you watch any anime? No. What are you watching, Kristen?
well, I'm finally all caught up on Attack on Titan and Promise Neverland.
Oh,
Um,
it finished, but I feel the ending was too what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't action packed. It was
for,
like
for Attack on Titan,
no, not that, because that's not over
Promise,
yet. But the
yeah,
Finding Neverland, you
Promise
finished
Neverland. We're not
Promise
talking about
Neverland.
Michael
You saying
Jackson.
Finding, yeah. Oh God, please, let's not mistake the two. You know, but yeah, the Promise Neverland.
I haven't finished it yet, so don't tell me anything.
Oh, I thought you finished it. You said you
No,
was
I'm
caught up.
still. I'm a mom. I only get 20 minutes of TV time after the
Okay.
kids go to bed. Like,
Okay, that's like
and then
my
I'm
wife
too
trying to
tired to
catch up
stay up any
on This Is
later.
Us. Like she's trying to catch up on This Is Us right now, and
Yep.
it's just
Hey, I
like,
watched that one too. That's a good one.
yeah. So
That.
when it comes to the other anime though, like the Attack on Titan, they're actually gonna make a part 2 for this last season.
Good.
Sometime the winter. I posted it on the Gamers Facebook group. And of course, people who are listening and watching, please like us on Facebook, you know, our Facebook page and Instagram and all that other stuff that I'll bring up later in the show. But yeah, I raised my kid into anime like since he was 3. My oldest, he has a different mother. My twins are from the woman I'm with now, but I've had full custody of him since he was 3 years old after me and his mom broke up. And so like once it was just me and him in the house, and I'm just like, okay, buddy, let's do this. It's you and daddy. You're gonna be raised like you've been living with a dad your whole life. You know, as like Dragon Ball Z from the get-go. And which is why every game that comes out with Dragon Ball, I have to buy it because he needs it, you know, and he watches anime, and I make sure he watches nothing in English. Everything has to be subbed. Double dub. Like even when we go to the movie theater and watch anime movies, we're watching it with the subtitles. We're not going to watch the English stuff. You know?
We do prefer the dub in my house, but we want to know what happens enough that we're willing to sacrifice and do the subs. And if you haven't watched My Hero Academia, it posted on Hulu yesterday, the first episode. So
I watched it. I use Crunchyroll, but
we have it on Hulu.
One thing that's good about Hulu's the only place to watch The Promised Neverland right now. So all the new episodes.
The new ones, yeah. I think you can watch Promise Neverland on Netflix though too.
Oh, well, I checked there. I didn't see the new episodes.
Oh yeah, I don't think the new ones are on there.
Yeah, Hulu is the only place to get the season 2 of Promised Neverland right now, which has my whole family asking me for my login. You know, I swear there's a few people that make more money than me, but yet they're using my login for Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and all that stuff.
Elise and I share.
And they have nothing to give me. They have nothing to give me. I'm like, I'm the one not working, but yet you guys are all on my shit. You know, I should make them pay me. I said one day I'm just gonna magically change the passwords, and everybody
like, at least don't do this. Don't do this to me.
Yes, at least don't do it. Don't do it. At least it's just dumb. It's just dumb. That's
but at least, for real, I've been harassing Greg about watching those shows. So now I'm gonna harass you.
Since you talk about Elise, what are you watching right now?
There's a nerd line, and you guys are like on the wrong side of it.
Right in the heart.
I know.
I can't go on that side.
What are you watching, Elise? Then let us know. Let us know.
I'm just like watching The Old Guard over and over.
I started that movie.
Good.
I started it. I never finished. I started on a very drunken night while smoking hookah in my house, and my cousin is just like, "Yo, put on the old guard," and we just yeah, we just started watching, and I think I just blacked out or something. I don't know. I fell asleep on the couch, but it was good from what I saw. I don't know why.
And
really good.
There's a comic book, so the movie came out, and I had to order the comic book and then pre-order the next one. So
that's what I had to do with the Umbrella Academy. I ordered all the comics for Umbrella Academy. I don't know if you watched that one.
Yep.
I would hope you did. Damn, she did cross that nerd line. I was like, man,
I just don't have time with the kids. So
yeah, but I'm sure Greg has watched Umbrella Academy.
Yep.
Had to that one, and I'm trying to think of something else right now. There's another show. It's on Amazon. The Boys. Yes.
The Boys. Yep.
The Boys, definitely had to get the comic. The comics is very graphic compared to what that show is. I'm just like, man, this shit is PG-13 compared to the damn comics.
I just have Enrique fill me in on what's different between the comics and the show. Like, I don't have time for that.
My wife gets tired of me comparing shit because she doesn't care about the comics, and she's just like, she's like, oh my God, when this new Mortal Kombat movie comes out on HBO Max, you're probably gonna sit there and bitch about what's different from the games and anything. And she's like, when we're watching Lord of the Rings, you're like, oh, this didn't happen in the book, or they're missing this. And she's acting like she watched all the Lord of the Rings because she only watched Fellowship of the Ring with me, and half of the Two Towers. And she gets on my ass because we never finished Two Towers because I fell asleep. I had a few drinks before we started watching it, and I only accept extended versions only. And so we have to watch the 3 hours, 45 minutes, or it's 4-hour movies, and that was easy for Snyder Cut too. And I don't know if you ladies got to watch.
That's the only time I've watched a movie that long.
So you got to watch Snyder Cut.
We watched it in like 30-minute segments. It took us like a week, but
all in one night.
Yeah, I watched it all in one morning.
Mean, I wanted to do that. That's what I wanted to do, but husband works third shift, and so we'd like sneak in a half an hour when we could, and so we finally finished though. But it took some time.
And what did you before Kristen goes on, because you're on the geek side, Elise, what did you think of the Justice League Snyder Cut?
I loved it.
That's what I want to hear.
I don't like, so obviously the issue, I don't like when those, and Greg sometimes is like, well, they're kind of supposed to be that way, but I don't like when those movies get cheesy. So like, that's my problem with like the Flash show, and sometimes Arrow can be that way a little bit, is I don't like that it's cheesy. So the Snyder Cut was so much more like serious. It lost a lot of that cheese from the first one, and I like that.
I feel you there. Like, I'm glad you brought up Flash, because many hundreds of episodes ago, I brought up how Flash is like the same shit with this guy over and over again. This is not the Barry Allen I like from the comics. The Barry Allen I like is like hitting on ladies and very funny, telling jokes all the time. And, but this one is just, oh, it's my fault. It's my fault. God damn it. Oh, run, Barry, run. Oh my God, I'll do this. I won't save the world because I feel you guys deserve save it. I'll save it because Iris said you're worthy, Barry. I'm just like, Jesus. Every episode, can you stop sulking? Like, can you please stop sulking? And Arrow too. Arrow, oh my God, Oliver Queen and this fucking my fault. It's like CW's whole thing is it's my fault heroes. Like every freaking minute, like it's my fault that this happened. Even Supergirl, it's my fault. It's my fault. I can't even watch this Lois and Lane show because I don't want to hear Superman say it's my fault. It's my fault. All this is happening. Like, I'm so tired of that fucking shit. Which is why I prefer superhero shows that are on like HBO Max, that are on like the DC app, which is also going to be on HBO Max, like Titans and Swamp Thing, like those where they're just like cursing each other out. And and it's fun times. There's nobody like, oh my God, I gotta cry here, cry there.
Yeah,
like,
I can.
Yeah, please stop with the bullshit. Just give us our damn heroes the way we know them. and I like just how this movie fleshed out characters,
Yeah.
like Cyborg got a lot of fleshing out. Flash got a lot of fleshing out, even though I do think the part where him and Iris was kind of creepy, when he's saving her and stuff. I'm just like, Jesus, can you stare at her any harder before you just go and save her? Like, and they're making it look like she's staring back at him too. Like all she's seen is the floor, and like, damn, my brain is about to get smashed in, but they turned that into a romantic moment. That was like my only thing. I love the Amazons in that movie. Like the Amazons were fucking badass. Wonder Woman always seems to steal the fucking show when it comes to these damn superhero team ups. I don't like the 1984 or whatever it was movie. That movie kind of wasn't as good as the first Wonder Woman, but they definitely do her justice in here. But Kristen, before I go and rant, because this is what happens on this show, I rant too much. But what did you love about the Snyder Cut?
So I liked it. I wasn't a huge fan, only just because it was really long. And I didn't like all the slow-mo scenes. Those really started to annoy me after like 5 minutes. I was like, okay, is this movie going to be all in slow-mo? Like, there's only so many times you can do this.
Did you see that video online? I think it was a TikTok video, and the guy's like, every time Wonder Woman comes on, and then he's like, Wonder Woman going to the fridge. She opens up his fridge, and then they start playing her battle music for her just opening a fridge, and it opens in slow motion. It's like every time Wonder Woman came on screen, you had to play the music. Like she couldn't even do anything without that music playing.
Well, I mean, I am a huge Wonder Woman fan. I have to show off my cup.
Look at that. She just has it. You know what? I actually have
Wonder Woman is my favorite.
Sitting in front of me, my Game of Thrones mug. This mug my wife got for me, even though my camera won't let you guys see it. Oh, guys, this fucking background. But it's a real heavy mug. It told me when I opened it, you're not supposed to use this to drink, but I still freeze my beers in there and I still drink out of it.
I mean, what's the point of a cup if you can't actually use it? Like,
exactly. I'm like, I used to collect a bunch of Lord of the Rings memorabilia. Until my apartment caught on fire, unfortunately, and I lost thousands and thousands of dollars of Lord of the Rings action figures. The only things I was able to save was like 2 swords and all the board games. I was able to save all the board games and like 2 swords. And ever since then, it's been hard for me to buy more Lord of the Rings stuff because I'm just like, I had this, I can't buy it. Yeah, just maybe in the future I'll get back into it when I have some expendable income that I'm not using on video.
Maybe when your kids are in college.
Yes.
But no, back to the Snyder Cut. I did really appreciate that they actually made the other heroes look like they were worth something. That was probably my biggest thing in the original Justice League, is that they're like, we can only do this with Superman. I was like, Wonder Woman's a freaking god. Like, I'm pretty sure she can handle her own, along with thousands of experience of like warrior battle training. I'm pretty sure she could take Steppenwolf on herself, which I'm glad they finally gave her and Batman. And I mean, I know Flash was a newbie, but I mean, he's a speedster. Like, he can definitely hold his own a little bit.
They showed the whole going back in time thing, which is what I want to wonder. Like, I'm wondering if this movie's gonna be like after the events when the Flash movie comes out, because now that he already knows he could turn back time, it's like, all right, so this might be after the Flashpoint paradox thing, which they claim in the movie is gonna be on. Which at least I hope you know about that. Do you know about the Flashpoint stuff with Flash? You watched the show.
I mean, I saw it in the movie.
You seen the animated movie about the Flashpoint?
Oh no, just this one when he did it in the Snyder Cut.
So like the Flashpoint is basically when Flash goes back in time, uses his speed to go back in time and change the world, and like, well, he saves his mom from dying, but it completely switches up, like to the point where Batman actually dies as a kid and his parents survive, and his mom becomes the Joker because she couldn't handle his death, and his dad becomes Batman, and like, it's like mind blown at the end of the movies and shit, and a whole bunch of other shit happens, and you should watch it.
It's only like an hour and a half.
If you tell Greg, get the Flashpoint movie for you guys to watch, like he'll be ready.
I think it's on HBO Max.
It's where we watched HBO Max. So if you haven't shared that password,
Oh, I
and
have. It's
you
with our
know,
Hulu account.
and so you got something else extra to do there. But I also want to ask, I guess, is there any games have you guys seen lately that you're interested in playing, or something coming out in the future? You know, and
I
you know,
am, so I've recently gotten into the Assassin's Creed like reboots, I guess you could say. Like I played Origins and then I played Odyssey.
yeah.
And so I really want to play the downloadable content. I finished Odyssey
You're
during
better
like
than me.
COVID.
Haven't finished that shit yet, but I'm already on Valhalla.
You need to because it's really good, but I haven't played Valhalla yet. So that's the one that already been like talking to the husband. I'm like, can we please? Can we please? Can we
I wish
please
my wife would
buy this
beg me for
game?
something video game related. Shit, I wish. Like right now, we're playing It Takes Two, which is a good husband and wife game to play. You ladies should look into that, playing everything, because you have to play it two players. You're not allowed to play it by yourself. So even if you're playing online, you have to invite a friend to play with you. And me and my wife actually just finished playing before I got on here, and it's like about a couple that's in the middle of a divorce, and their child hears them talking about it. So she has these two dolls that she's like talks to, like they're her imaginary friends. She starts crying. She talks to this like book about love and wishes that her parents would fix their marriage. Starts crying. Her tears fall on the dolls, and then the next day they wake up in these dolls' bodies, and they're trying to get to their daughter, but they see her, but there's a bunch of objectives and a lot of puzzling and stuff you guys have to do together. And I'm liking it because this is like teaching my wife more about gaming without me having to like, babe, you gotta do this, because it constantly tells you like press this button, do this here if someone seems to be lost. And respawn points are pretty good, because if you die, then they put you right back where you died. Like they don't make you go like some 5 minutes back into the past where you were. It's really good. And so me and my wife were able to get through that. I think we could beat it in a few days, because of course kids, as you all know. And like right now, I'm just got the kids are on the Xbox with her right now. I'm just like, here, I gotta do this pod. Let's distract them, put them on the Xbox. But It Takes Two is good. Like, so the game is like, the premise is that she wants this love book, comes and starts talking to them, and he's just like, you guys aren't going to become human until you fix your relationship, because what I promised your daughter I would do. And it's just so they have to learn to work together, and while they're doing that, and they're like having all these personal conversations about like, remember when we did this together, or remember you used to tell me I was good at this, and all that stuff. And of course, there's the little arguments here and there, because there's no such thing as a perfect couple. Because if anybody thinks there's a perfect couple out there, bullshit. Every couple argues. It can be about the littlest of shit, but we all argue about something. Even I had to put the beers down a few days so she wouldn't get mad at me. So like she'll deal with me gaming all day, but if I pick up a beer at like 12 o'clock, she'd like put it back now. Like you wait until like 3. Like, so compromise is what relationships are about, and that's what this game kind of teaches you, because it actually has chapters. First chapter, I believe, was something about like, it was called togetherness or speech, and I think the second chapter that we're on right now is called compromise. It's funny I brought that up. The second chapter is about compromise. So it's a good game for people in relationships and stuff. So I highly recommend it to people. Really fun. Looks like something you could beat in about, I think this game is going to be like a 6-7 hour game. Nothing more than that. Especially because the last time the developers that made this game, they made a game called A Way Out. I don't know if you guys ever played that one, but it's like these two convicts are helping each other break out of jail. And it's fun to say. So you ought to play split screen. Each of you plays a convict. And I want to ruin the ending, but just in case you're going to end up playing it, I don't want to ruin the ending, because it's very climatic. Like it's very yeah, it's like as opposed to the Promised Neverland anti-climatics ending. But I know. I'm not gonna say any more but that, but yeah, so A Way Out is a good one. So I say you guys should try that out. A Way Out, and definitely It Takes Two. both of you with your significant others. It's a perfect game to play for couples, But yeah. So, what about you, Elise? Is there any game have you seen on any commercials, something that struck your interest?
We tried to play Borderlands a little bit.
Mhm.
Borderlands 3.
My wife will not have it with
But-
that game. Will not.
No. I have trouble finding something new to play because I don't like the games where it tells you to press this button and that button. So we played when it came out, we played a little bit of Far Cry 5 and that was fun for a little while, but I never finished it because I just don't like those prompts. And we played a little bit of Wildlands. But I don't know. And then some stuff that's not like that. Greg's like, oh, I think you're gonna like this game. Let's try this. But then I'm like, the graphics aren't very good because I'm kind of spoiled now.
You're spoiled. This is the first
really
time I heard a woman say graphics were not attractive to her. This is interesting. What spoiled you? Please tell me.
No, I think the Destiny graphics were so good, and so I played. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know if I want to know how many hours I played on there, but I played a lot. And it was really fun, and the colors are good, and your person actually runs. It doesn't do that stupid run So Greg played that Ghost of Tsushima game.
Oh yes,
and
love.
I like to watch him play that because the graphics were so pretty, but I didn't have interest in playing it myself because of the buttons where it's press the square button. I don't like that.
So you like everything freeform, learn it yourself. Don't teach me how to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I want to have a waypoint, I guess, at least. I don't like when it's just explore this area. I'm like, what? But I don't.
I think you'd like the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
The new ones, Origins was really good, and I really liked Odyssey because they had missions that you could do, but you could also just roam around and decide to do what you wanted to do when you could do it. So
Okay.
you had a plan, but it wasn't a strict plan.
Yeah.
So it was kind of nice. So you could explore your character and develop your character more and develop the story, but then you also had a ton of side quests you could do, which was really fun.
Run around and shoot people, I think.
Well, this one you get to run around and stab them with a sword.
Have you played Gears of War, Elise?
I haven't. No.
If you want to run around and shoot people, I think if you guys have an Xbox in the house still, you should
totally has that
download
game.
Gears.
He's got it.
Very
He's got an
good.
old one at least.
Mm-hmm. And all of it is on the new system. Because with Xbox Game Pass, you're able to play all the Xbox exclusive games, just $16 a month. I got that. I don't have to buy no games for my Xbox. I only have to buy games for my Switch and PlayStation because Xbox just gives it all to us. And it's you want this? Here it is. We're gonna put all this on fucking Game Pass for you.
Yep.
But other than that, I don't know. Have you guys played any games online? Are you ladies into online gaming?
I used to play online with Greg. We would play Halo together, and we would play. I don't remember if we played Destiny or not. Maybe we did a little bit.
Probably to get those bounties.
Yeah, but I honestly don't really like online gaming. I much prefer playing a storyline. Just because usually the people online are 50 levels ahead of me, and I can't even learn how to play because I'm dead every 2 seconds. So it's just not fun. It's just not fun for me.
Yeah,
So.
I feel like sometimes.
I like to play with Greg, and I would play online if I had online still with Elise or something. But besides that, I'm not a fan.
I don't want to play with strangers.
Yeah.
So, I was leading up to the next question. Do you ladies ever deal with the bullshit of other men when you're playing online? You guys ever had to deal with any of that crap?
No, that's part of the reason why I also don't want to play online is just because people are dumb, and I'm just here because I like to play a game. I don't need to talk crap with you on the phone or the headphone, whatever you want to call it. Just leave me alone to play the game, and if you want to be that way, then you can go
I
off.
usually mute people too. Call of Duty lobbies, I mute everybody. I'm just I don't want to hear anything you dumbasses have to say. I'm just I'm just here to play the game because if they get, because I know there's some games where people get so extra, and I'm just it's a fucking game. It's a fucking game.
Yes.
please stop fucking being like my cousin. I have cousins who, sorry guys, I'm gonna bring you up 'cause I know they listen to this shit. But they've always tried to drag me to play these sports games with them. And especially NBA, we'll be going online, we're playing against other people. But if we lose, oh, what the fuck, you were supposed to go do this and blah 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 blah. I'm just like, you guys keep forgetting. I don't care. like like we play NBA, you guys go hard, and then in October we're buying another game and you're starting from scratch again. So
Yep.
why should I care about my win-loss record? Like I'm just playing this shit to play it. The same as Call of Duty. People go so hard about how much their kill death ratio is and how many wins they got. Why do you care so much? You're gonna buy the next Call of Duty, and this game is not gonna exist to you anymore, and your stats will be resetted.
Yep.
So it doesn't fucking matter. Enjoy the damn game. You know, that's all I like to do. This is why I can buy so many damn games, because I'm just there to enjoy games. You know, it's why I do these podcasts, because I needed a place to express my love for video games. So
Yep.
I started doing these podcasts. So if I can't talk to nobody at home, I could talk to people out there that want to hear my damn voice. You know, so it's like that. Did you have anything else, Elise? Though, is that all you're like into right now?
I mean,
Yep.
we've been like we said, we've been playing the new Mario Kart. I'm trying to find all the pieces for our Guitar Hero because I just want to play. Like, I don't know. I used to like trying new stuff, watching new movies, and now that I don't have a lot of time for it, I just kind of want to like play the same stuff and watch the same stuff over again. Like I'd rather watch a movie that I have already watched and I know I like than watch one that I feel like by the time it's
Might
over,
not like.
well, that was my one shot to watch a movie this month and I wasted it on that one. So I'm gonna play the same games over and over. I'm gonna watch the same movies over and over.
Yep.
I wish. I gotta watch same movies on my own time. My wife, every time we watch a movie, it has to be something new. We can't watch. I can't watch Lord of the Rings. You know, even though it might be new to her, but she doesn't want me to go reciting all the lines to the movies like I.
But that makes it
do.
fun.
Exactly. Like she doesn't understand how many quotes Samwise Gamgee gives a fucking movie. Legolas and Gimli's whole rhetoric with each other. You
Yep.
know, like she doesn't understand, you know, but I'm trying, ladies, I'm trying.
Greg and
Um,
I went out of town, Kristen, for a couple days in February, and we were there for like 3 days without the kids, and we watched one of the Fantastic Beasts movies like 3 times while we were there.
I still haven't watched the second
Actually, those
one.
are great ones.
Well, I think we did watch both of them, but one of them like we missed the beginning, so then we like watched it again another time. It was good. I liked it. But
What's your favorite movie of all time, Elise? Kristen, you're
Beetlejuice.
coming next. Huh? What was that?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice? That's your favorite. What about you, Kristen? What's your favorite movie of all time?
I don't know. I love movies.
Okay, I'll give you top 3 then.
Top 3. Gosh, that just even made it harder. Okay, so this one is super weird. But one of my favorite movies is
Centipede?
Paycheck. Paycheck with Ben Affleck and Uma Thurman. It was super under the radar, but I absolutely love that movie.
Mhm.
I have to think of like which movies I repeatedly just like watch. I'd probably say Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter. That is one that I watch a lot of. And then honestly, I like rewatch Wonder Woman all the time. And a lot of people dogged on 1984, but I actually kind of liked it.
We like
I liked it. It started off strong. It started off real strong. I didn't like how they introduced her invisible ship. Like I
It was really cute. Like,
you know, like,
I
and
mean,
I'm just
I
like,
thank you,
was-
Elise. High five.
And like in a way, I feel like it was inconsistent with what they did with Justice League. I
Sound
feel
just like my husband.
yeah,
Exactly what he was saying. Like, especially when you went on your
Just us
flash rant, I
guys.
was like, "You're just like Enrique." Exactly what he says.
I got the complaints about the 84.
Yeah, I get it.
About like when they were talking about not having like I'm still kind of confused about the villain, right? I forget what his name is. But like I don't even know where he came from or what he's doing, like what the point
Yeah.
is. And then obviously like people complaining about how Cheetah was like thrown in there kind of and didn't have enough.
Yeah.
The
But
thing
Kristen
about
Wiig was
Cheetah
amazing.
is they mixed two different cheetahs from the comic books into one. Because there's been about 3 or 4 cheetahs. Here I am being a geek, but there's been about 3 or 4 different cheetahs, and they took 2 different ones and tried to make it into one. So they took like 2 different storylines and tried to make it into one person. That was my only gripe, because I'm like, hold on, no, this happened to that cheetah, and this cheetah never did that, but yes, this cheetah did that. Like, so that was my only gripe with Cheetah. Other than that, I liked her, but yeah, I feel like Pedro Pascal's character probably wasn't needed for the movie, and I know since Mandalorian, he's been like getting all these roles.
Like the guy,
Yeah, he's like the guy to just like get, like, he's gonna be fucking in, what is The Last of Us? I think is it The Last?
I think so. Yeah, I think they casted him as something.
Yeah, he's in Last of Us. So, which I heard the Mandalorian people are nervous about, because they're like, if he makes mad money doing The Last of Us, then he might actually want to leave Mandalorian, because they won't let him take off his helmet as much as he wants to. But dude, like, if you're gonna sign up for a role, like, know the character. Mandalorians don't take off their fucking helmet. Like, don't get mad because you want people to know your face. Yes, I don't watch credits, but still, we're gonna know your name eventually.
I mean, but do they? Like, we could have a whole Mandalorian discussion right now too, because he's really the only one who hasn't taken it off for us.
Yeah, you're right, but they have 2 different races of Mandalorians.
I do. I watched Clone Wars. I get, what are they called? Right. Death Watch or something. Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
I think so. Like, I totally get that. Like, cool, but most of them took off their helmets. Just saying.
We're gonna have a whole nother podcast just about television. And I feel it. I gotta put you on there, Kristen. I gotta put you on there. I have my boy Eric around, and we would just talk comics and television and stuff.
My husband might be the better option, but I will try to be in there for moral support.
we can have both of you. Like, we're thinking about it of starting a podcast that's just about like television shows and shit. So look out for that, people.
Ooh, yeah.
It could be coming soon. And so damn, I think I lost my train of thought. Between all this good conversation and Elise judging us with geeks in her head. She's like,
Elise, give Demon Slayer a shot and you will love anime.
Demon Slayer, yeah.
I had to throw Demon Slayer in there because even my 4-year-old loves it. She's like, we watch Demon Slayer? And I'm like, should I be concerned? I want to watch the show, but I'm also very proud.
Yes, you gotta be proud when they know that shit, man. That's some good shit, man. I gotta come visit you guys one day. Like, kids, meet these guys.
Bring them over.
Yes, I gotta make a trip. Where are you guys living right now? Because are you guys in? Well, I'm in New York. Okay. You guys are in New York?
No. Nope. We live in Rochester, Indiana, which is like 30 minutes outside of Warsaw.
Okay. So when I go visit Mike, I have to go and definitely go visit you guys.
Yes, we might be moving soon, but yes, come and visit. Okay. I feel like you talk to my husband all the time on Gamerish, so.
Oh yeah, he's part of every post I put out there. So most of the time, like both of them, even Greg. Well, Greg slowed down. Greg used to be part of every damn post that I put out there, but now Greg will go on anything that triggered him. He'll hop in there. So that's always fun. But I think we covered all bases faster than I thought we would. This is good, ladies. I'm glad you were able to join. I guess I gotta put our shit out there, guys. Please follow us, like us, Facebook, Instagram. What else we got? Spotify, all that stuff. If you guys could even rate us, please rate us. I prefer 5 stars. I don't like feeling like shit when I look at reviews, and thanks you ladies, like, close out my Women's History Month pod, and Elise and Kristen, thank you for joining. And this is not live. For those who are wondering if this is a live episode, no, this is pre-recorded because I'm going on vacation Monday, so no live episodes today, but the video is posted for those who are listening only. And for those who are wondering why they can't chat with me or us right now, 'cause I'm pretty sure chat would have had a lot to say while we were talking about Snyder Cut and anime. It would definitely, even though it's a video game focused podcast, but like I said, we're in a bar and we just talk shit. That's all this pod is about. It just happens to be called a drink and a game. But ladies, once again, thank you for
Thank
joining.
you.
Thank
It
you.
was my pleasure having you, and until next time, people, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games. Peace out. Goodbye, ladies. You were great.
Bye.
Bye.